It's Mayor Weinstein. We're going to be discussing the emergency situation right now. I'll just give it a few moments for some people to log on, just make sure that all the connections are right here. So just give me a moment, and I'm going to give some very significant information uh, and explain why we're in an emergency situation. So just give me a moment to make sure all the connections are happening right now. Okay. So, okay, yeah, everything's going good. Okay, so as a recap, uh, synagogues all over the world are being shot at. There have been three in Toronto in the past week, shot up. There's been other synagogues vandalized. The Holy Blossom Temple was vandalized just a day ago. And there are rallies calling for more terror attacks. Out of Iran, there was a fatwa issued. Now, let me explain it. Let me read it. And when there is a fatwa issued, it's considered to be a religious obligation of Muslims, especially the ones who follow the path of the Ayatollahs, to follow through with these fatwas. Ayatollah Shirazi, here's the headline of it. The revenge aimed at the cursed Zionist entity is a religious obligation upon every Muslim in the world. Just think about that. On March 1st, 2026, just, a couple of weeks ago, Grand Ayatollah Nasser Makim Shiriz, an Iranian Shiite Majlis religious leader and former member of the Assembly for the Final Review of the Constitution of Iran, issued an Islamic ruling following the assassination of Khomeini, the supreme leader of Iran, in an Israeli attack. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, most merciful, and give good tidings to the patient who, when disaster strikes them, say, indeed, we belong to Allah. Indeed, to him we will return. O great nation, O people of the world, and O sons of the honorable and mighty Iranian people, once again the hand of the most despicable and most stubborn enemies of humanity, listen to that, of humanity and disbelief has extended to strike the wise leader of the revolution, Ali Khamenei, the captain of the ship of jihad against the global arrogance, granting him the triumph of martyrdom on the luminous path of the school of Abu Bayat, peace be upon them. When he says that, Abu Bayat, many of the mosques in Canada that are having services to promote and glorify Khomeini, that's the name of the mosques of the Islamic centers in Canada that are having these services. Ali Khamenei was vigilant and a courageous leader who spent his entire blessed life steadfast in truth and storms and trials. Goes on and on and on with the same thing, glorifying him. Then he comes, the revenge aimed at the cursed Zionist entity is a religious obligation upon every Muslim in the world. Think about that as we watch these synagogues being targeted with bullets. At a rally last weekend in front of the American consulate, an Islamic leader, Shafiq Huda, here's a quote, "At your service, O Mahdi, we are not afraid of dying." That said, here in Toronto, in front of the American consulate, on March 7th, hundreds gathered in front of the American consulate in Toronto to participate in protest. Just hang on one second. Participate in a protest organized under the banners "Support Iran, No to Unjust War." This demonstration was in response to the American-Israeli military campaign against the Islamic regime's military nuclear project in Iran, as well as its perceived military threat to the region. The protest was organized by the Muslim community of Greater Toronto and received endorsements from the Iranian Canadian Congress. That's an organization in Richmond Hill that supports the Islamic regime in Iran. And the Palestinian Youth Movement, that's an organization that glorifies Hamas. Just hours after the October 7th, 2023 slaughter of Israelis, they held rallies in Toronto celebrating, giving out food. Okay. Shafiq Huda, the head and spiritual leader of the Islamic Humanitarian Services based in Kitchener, Ontario, delivered the following speech at the event. Respected struggles, those who are on the path of truth and justice, peace and blessings of Allah be upon all of you. May the peace, mercy, and blessings of Allah be upon you. The world has not yet learned that we will not be intimidated. We will not be afraid by your weapons, by your supposed friends, because we are the children of Karbala. We are the sufferers who know what hunger is in the month of Ramadan. We will continue the resistance regardless of the obstacles you put in front of us. We will not be scared by any of your followers. We have the greatest power, that is the power of Almighty Allah, with us. You are trying to scare us with what? Your weapons? Your death? What in death that you have blood that you can scare us? That you can scare us with. We will not be intimidated because we know we are on the path of Muhammad. We are on the path of the prophet from Adam to Muhammad. May peace and blessings of Allah be upon them. And you, all your supporters and superpowers, you are the bad, the followers of the successors of Pharaoh. Yeah. We will not be scared. You want to kill us? We are seeds. We will grow by the hundreds. We will grow by the thousands. We are not afraid of dying. This is in front of the American consulate. At your service, O Hussein. At your service, O Hussein. At your service, O Mahdi. We will struggle. We will make sure that our struggle will then result in victory. And that victory will be at your hands and the leadership of Muhammad and the family of Muhammad and our great leaders who have given their lives. That will be for us all. We will continue. We will struggle. We will look forward, never looking behind the prophets. That how to stand firm. You are baby killers. You are baby killers and murderers. Shame on you. We call upon our government to stand for justice. That's the least we can expect, because if you are the constant, then you stay firm. We don't care about the noises that you make. We don't care about the noises that the world makes. We will stand for truth and we will remain firm. That's the legacy of our leaders, our martyrs, will lead us through our life until victory is achieved. Now, just let me repeat again a quote from him. At your service, O Mahdi. We are not afraid of dying. They're not afraid of dying. Also, last week, in front of the American consulate, not only did they direct their attention to the Jews, they directed their attention to Canadian Iranians who are opposed to the Islamic regime in Iran. And they chanted, "Death to hypocrites." So what we have so far, we have synagogues being targeted, being shot up. We have a boxing gym owned by a Canadian from Iran who opposes the regime, the Islamic regime in Iran. His boxing gym was shot up. And they're chanting, "Death to hypocrites." They consider him a hypocrite. Anyone who doesn't follow Khomeini, they consider to be a hypocrite. These are serious times. Mark Carney, the Prime Minister of Canada, doesn't provide any comfort to our communities. He visits mosques that are extremists. Premier Doug Ford promised in 2018 that he would shut down Al-Quds Day. It's going on. They're making excuses for it. The Toronto police, they said the security arrangements right now for Al-Quds Day supersedes what we had for the World Series. Can you imagine? I sent a message to Premier Doug Ford that in London, England, they banned Al-Quds Day. It's hard to believe, but they did. Here in Canada, in Ontario, the Premier, I asked him to ban it. I didn't hear back from him. You know what the Toronto Police does? If you wear a Hamas headband, they ignore it. If you wear a Jewish Defense League shirt, they threaten you with arrest. This is outrageous. And what we need to do is pull together. We need unity. We have to stand together. We have to learn every aspect of self-defense, every aspect that's legal. We must. Also, I call upon Jews who are part of, well, let's call it what it is. Let's say in the provincial government, for instance, there's a wonderful woman, Goldie, Iranian Canadian, that stood up for principle. And she was ousted by Doug Ford. She was an MPP in his government, in his provincial government. He considered her comments to be Islamophobic by speaking out against the Khomeini regime and their followers and their network and the IRGC that exists in Canada. Michael Kersner, who's Jewish, who's from the Jewish community, he's the Solicitor General. He's given an ultimatum, if he had any principles, to Premier Doug Ford: I'm leaving, or ban Al-Quds Day. He makes excuses too. This is a horrible situation right now. I wish we were not in it. Israel's involved in a serious war against the Iranian regime right now, and Israel's very successful. And President Donald Trump in the United States, they're very successful against the Iranian regime. We're going to win this, and the Middle East is going to change and be a lot more stable and peaceful. We have to continue to speak the truth and get the facts out. That's what we do. We collect the information and get it out. Thank you very much. Please share this. I'll give an update tomorrow. Thank you very much.